up pretty high, our heads are almost in the clouds, and their feet are chained to the ground with their chains of misery. They've got a hold of me, they won't let go of me. Let go of me. They might have gravity on their side, but something's pulling us high. Got the potential to fly. So let them be what holds you back from this one incredible chance. They're lucky to have had a glance at you while you defy gravity. They can be cruel and mean and a huge pain. Our heads are in the clouds now. Don't let them make it rain. A smile can be the sign they're missing out on their rainy day. They might have gravity on their side, but something's pulling us high. Got the potential to fly. Don't let them be what holds you back from this one incredible chance. They're lucky to have had a glance at you while you defy gravity. You defy gravity. They say we aren't strong enough, we don't have what it takes. I say yeah, they're wrong enough, and we'll show them someday. They might have gravity on their side, but something's pulling us high. Got the potential to fly. Oh yeah, don't let them be what holds you back from this one incredible chance. They're lucky to have had a glance at you while you defy gravity. You defy gravity. You defy gravity. Yeah, yeah. At you while you defy gravity.
All right. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. I'm finally getting to the Gateway Program Part 2 that I've been wanting to do, which is a follow-up to the stream that I did with the previous PDF, which was a 30-page PDF, around about that many pages, 20-something pages, declassified PDF about the Gateway Program, in which they did extensive studies on remote viewing. Anyway, this document, let me share my screen. Got to change tabs. Here we go. This is the Gateway Intermediate book. This book goes with the assessment of the Gateway program. Remember, I read a document where it was an assessment of the Gateway program where they went very much into detail about the theories behind how it works, why it works, the techniques that they get that you can use to get yourself into this state where you control the frequency at which your mind, your brain waves are working between your heart and your brain. And then you can sort of, it's very in-depth description. I can't even summarize it right here. But anyways, moving on. The Gateway Intermediate Book. Restriction. The material contained herein is intended for the personal and private use only by those who have completed the first session of the Gateway program. The attempted application by others may result in undesirable and uncontrolled effects detrimental to any such unauthorized user. So I guess that's their disclaimer. If you use these techniques, and you don't know what you're doing, you might not like the results you get. And I guess that's sort of true with anything. All right. So before you begin to go into these meditations that they set you into, because that's basically what it is, you go into a meditation, and through the application or listening to binaural beats is the technique that they use to speed up the process. You could do it without it, but it takes years and years of training, meditative training, that sort of thing. So they use binaural beats, which is basically you have two different frequencies, one going in your left ear, one going in your right ear, and the left side is listening to one frequency, the right side is listening to the other frequency, and the two halves then sort of create a new frequency using those two frequencies. It starts to, vibrate at a certain frequency using those sounds. And it puts you into a state where you can sort of click in and out. It's sort of what they call it, clicking in and out between like the Planck's constant, where it's like when you go in and out of these frequencies, you can sort of tap in and out of the ether. Well, I say it's the ether, sort of like the information that is always swimming through the ether, and you this is how you access it, basically. All right. So before you begin and you go into this meditative state, you have to say your first affirmation. Or they say that they tell you to say your first affirmation. Say in your mind, say to yourself, I am more than my physical body because I am more than physical matter. I can perceive that which is greater than the physical world. Therefore, in these exercises, I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know, to understand, to control, to use such greater energies and energy systems as may be beneficial and constructive to me and to those who follow me. Also, during these exercises, I deeply desire the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience is equal or greater than my own. I ask their guidance and protection from any influence or any source that might provide me with less than my stated desires. I now protect myself as may be needed from such influence and reject any source that may restrain me from my stated desires. Second affirmation. I open this channel of communication only to those whose knowledge, wisdom, develop, and experience is equal or greater than my own. I restrict such contact and communication to constructive purpose and reject all other. I open such channel only when I so consciously desire. At all other times, it will remain closed. So that is you being in control of when you are receiving information, when you are sending and receiving information from outside sources. And if you're aware that you do that, then you can be also aware of when you are able to do it and from whom you receive that information. Gateway notes. You may want to refer to the following notes for your exercise sessions. Remember that these are but guidelines. We strongly encourage you to use your own ideas and ingenuity during your exercise sessions. As you start each exercise, 1. Do your resonant breathing exercise. Inhale deeply, pulling in energy from all parts of your physical body up to and then into your head. Hold your breath for a comfortable length of time, eventually holding it to the count of 10, swirling the energy around your brain. Then exhale slowly through your mouth as though you were slowly and easily blowing out a candle. At the same time, imagine that you are expelling stale, used up energy through the bottoms of your feet. After the first inhale, exhale, your brain is filled with new, fresh energy. On the second inhale, bring the new, fresh energy to your upper chest and arms, and exhale the stale, used up energy from the abdomen down. On the third, bring the new energy to the abdomen. On the fourth, to the pelvic region, to the thighs and knees on the fifth, and on the sixth, to the lower legs and feet. It's as if we are filling an inverted jar full of new, fresh energy in 6 steps. Place all your problems and distractions in the security repository box. Say the affirmation while bringing back your strong desire to expand yourself and explore. Know and understand, control and use the non-physical energies most beneficial for you and those around you. As in all affirmations, the words mean nothing without the feeling. Okay, now when this is talking about doing your resonant breathing exercise and it's talking about the different steps, if you listen to one of these binaural beat meditation tracks, because it's not really a song, but you'd understand if you listen to it. It's like a guided meditation, and it talks you through relaxing your body and putting your body into a very relaxed meditative state, and there's a voice that walks you through it. And now it'll talk about reaching focus 10. These are these different steps in the relaxation process. Okay, so to reach focus 10 from consciousness number 1 or C1, relax deeply in lying down or sitting down position. Feel yourself drifting into deep relaxation. When you can drift down no more, say to yourself on an exhale, 2. Notice that you drift down a little more. If you do not, wait until you do. Then say 3, and so on until you reach 10. 10 may not feel the same each time, or even feel that it is the same depth each time. If you are dissatisfied with the level of relaxation at your 10, start again with 5 or even 2. Some find it helpful to associate the numbers with body parts and relax the body in an orderly sequence from head to foot or foot to head. Eventually, however, you will find this unnecessary. To return to C1 from focus 10, count slowly in your mind from 10 to 1. They also have a process for an emergency return to C1. Think of any part of physical body, move that physical part, finger, foot, tongue, etc. So that'll snap you out of it real fast if you need to. So to create an energy bar tool. Now, an energy bar tool, they talk about this in the first one. Let me see if I can get to it really fast here. This copy I have in my desk. Just as a reminder, because I know it's kind of been a while since I talked about that. Okay, so energy bar tool. From the first one, it says magic wands and enchanted scepters have been part of the folklore and occult practices of many cultures. The scepters, staffs, and maces carried by monarchs and high priests alike occur with such frequency in the history of bygone eras as to suggest that at the very least, these items are aspects of some type of archetypical symbol which the human mind seems to appreciate, perhaps quite subliminally. In any case, the energy bar tool technique involves envisaging a small, intensely pulsating dot of light which the participant charges in his imagination with enormous energy until it is virtually pulsating. The participant then extrudes the dot into the shape of a sparkling, vibrating cylinder of energy, which he then uses to channel force from the universe to selected parts of his body for purposes of healing and revitalization. So, to create an energy bar tool, visualize or think of a dot of light, expand into a bar, charging it with brilliant white energy. Practice working with it by giving it different bright colors, making it go on and off at different speeds. The purpose of the EBT is to stimulate and focus non-physical energies. This is another thing with the colors. Remember when, maybe I don't know, maybe if you weren't watching the stream, but somebody asked about crystals, right? They're asking about crystals and what frequency do they vibrate at? Well, that depends on the color. And it also relates to the chakra energy body map that I discussed the other night on the Realm show, with the different colors, with the root chakra starting at red at the bottom, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, all the way to the crown, purple. And also these different chakras are each associated with different organs and different parts of your body. So if you want to create this energy bar tool and you want to try to, do some energy healing, which is also referred to as like Reiki. If you've heard of anybody saying Reiki, that's basically what this is. It's energy healing. And you want to focus on a certain organ or part of your body. You want to focus on the color that is associated with the chakra, which is associated with the part of your body you want to work on. So that's what when it talks about practicing different colors, that's why. Okay, so to create and use a living body map. Okay, and a living body map, and I'll read from the previous PDF too to describe the living body map. This technique provides amplification for application of the energy bar tool as a means of healing specific areas or systems of the human body. The configuration of the participant's body is imagined, and then the various major systems, such as the nervous and circulatory systems, are envisaged in appropriate colors within the confines of the outline being held in the imagination. The energy bar tool is then applied to energizing, balancing, and healing in whatever manner the participant desires. In the process, the participant visualizes various streams of colored energy flowing out of the tool into the organ system or area upon which the revitalizing or healing application is being made. Since colors are the result of differing wavelengths of light, which is to say energy at various frequencies, this technique operates on the assumption that as the human body is composed of energy, it can be vitalized and healed through the additive application of additional energy, provided that the energy is applied in the appropriate form. So applying in the appropriate form, which is, it's not really saying it directly in here, but, each color is going to be associated with a different part of your body. And even here, it goes on to describe it. So go to F10, then create a silhouette in the form of the physical body in bright white lines. Change the colors of the lines of the form to represent the following physical areas: blue for nervous system, red for circulatory system, orange for muscle and bone structures, yellow for organs and glandular system, and white for the composite of all systems in the body. And another reason why white would be used as a composite for all systems in the body is because if you combine the full spectrum of light, all visible spectrum of light, it becomes white light or clear light. Just like sunlight is full spectrum light, but you don't really see it, right? It's illuminating everything, but you don't see it like you would see a green beam or a blue beam or a red beam. After doing this, place the LBM over your body and in turn look for any dim or flickering areas from the different systems. Charge these weak places with your EBT using bright purple healing energy. To balance, cleanse, and recharge emotional body map. Located behind LBM, finer and thinner than LBM, use bright purple energy from EBT, your energy bar tool, to charge any parts which are dim and flickering. Look for any parts which are unusually bright. Use the EBT and its purple, healing, cleansing, and recharging energy to equalize and balance, making the EBM evenly bright, calm, and strong and serene. To perceive distant events and people, remote viewing. Go to F10. Charge EBT with bright, fresh, new energy. Place one end of your EBT close to your center of consciousness. With that end still close to you, stretch your EBT out until the other end is at the person or event you wish to perceive. Then let the energy from the far end of your EBT flow through the bar and into your conscious awareness. With practice, this becomes an excellent method for distant viewing and for sending messages to another person. This is actually what was just described there is also very similar to the way that Anna Breitenbach, the woman who does animal communication, she has a guided meditation that she gives in order for you to initiate and have a communication with any sort of animal or creature that you're trying to communicate with. And what she does is she tells you to picture a connection from your head space to the animal's head space and from your heart space to the animal's heart space. So she has you visually make a connection, an energetic connection from your heart and your head to the heart and head of the animal that you want to communicate with. And this is the technique that I used when I was trying to do animal communication. I played with it for quite some time, and I even did it with my dog, and it worked. It was very interesting, the results I got. Okay, so to get to focus 12 and return, awareness expansion. When you have reached a stable and deep level of focus 10, you will find yourself beginning to get charged feeling of focus 12. The mind becomes more awake, but in a different way. When you feel this beginning to happen, say 11, after a while, as the feeling strengthens, say 12, you will notice that the state becomes stronger and stronger. The more you exercise, the stronger the state becomes. If you find that it does not naturally come out of focus 10, then you need to exercise the focus 10 level more. Focus 10 is the key to the whole system. To return from focus 12, simply put out the desire to come back and slowly count from 12 to 10 and then from 10 to 1. Problem-solving questions and answers. In consciousness 1, think of a specific problem or question. The more specific you are, the better. Then go to focus 12. Concentrate on the problem or question and your desire for an answer. Then release the concentration and notice visual images, words, sensations, or thought forms that come. So that's sort of like if you have a question and you're looking for guidance on something, you just put the question out into the ether and you just wait and see what first comes to your mind. What messages start coming to you? Cheers, that flat fellow. Sup, Tommy? Focus 12 clock exercise or spatial orientation. Go to F12 and imagine a clock with your consciousness in its center. The 3 to your right, the 9 to your left, etc. Send your consciousness in the various direction indicated by the numbers of the face of the clock. Then swivel the clock 90 degrees so that the 3 is in front of you, the 9 behind you, etc. Continue exploration, guiding again by the numbers on the clock. Observe closely what you perceive at each point. To create a resonant energy balloon. A resonant energy balloon. This is when I talk about they basically have you imagine a toroidal energy field around you. So what you do, go to F10 and inhale deeply, bringing energy in and up from all parts of your body. Hold your breath for a fairly long but comfortable period, count of 10. Then exhale the energy down to your toes as though softly blowing out a candle. Breathe normally. Repeat process, and as you exhale each time, round the angle of the energy more and more as you build your energy balloon. See and feel the energy swirling around you. You exhale down and around. As you exhale down and around. Do this about 8 to 10 times. Then start the flow from right to left. Inhale, bringing energy in from right. Hold your breath, then exhale slowly, flowing energy to the left. Breathe normally. Each time, let the energy go rounder, forming a round ball, a protective floating ball. Perceive and observe the flowing energy in your resonant energy balloon all around you. It protects you and lets you float inside of it. Now, inhaling in and out, expel energy into all of the spaces in your energy balloon, filling it with bright light and also making it lighter so that it floats easier and better. When you have finished using your reball, your resonant energy balloon, let it move inward and let it reabsorb itself into you. Let's see. Do they have the pictures in here? Okay, so here is the resonant energy balloon. Well, maybe I should read. Should I keep reading and then show you? Well, let me see. I have a thumbnail that I created. Let me see if I can upload it here real quick. This might be good to look at while we talk about the resonant energy balloon. From the talk. All right. Okay, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. Anyway, the resonant energy balloon. It's not working the way I thought it would. This is, hold on, amateur hour. All right, so here is the resonant energy balloon. I'll just show you. So here it shows you breathing the energy in, up, swirl the energy around in your head, stale exhale, used up energy out through your feet. And this is the clock consciousness orientation that it was just discussing, facing the clock and turning the clock in different directions, sort of orientating yourself in different ways spatially, 3D, which is kind of a difficult thing for people to do, is to think in 3D spatially. It's like, you know, but if you're good at pattern recognition, you should be able to do it. So here's your energy from right to left, swirling up and down. and in all directions. And you can see, here, even on the side, that it's basically having you picture energy go in a toroidal field around you. After you inhale it in and swirl it around in your head, then you move it into your resonant energy balloon. You're basically making a big toroidal energy field around yourself. Okay. So, second stage exercise with your reball. Create reball while in focus 10. Well, let me enlarge this again. When the balloon has become very light, let it carry you upward. You should not have to strain for this sensation, nor do you have to think of it as taking you upward in this physical matter reality. It should take you upward naturally into a lighter, expanded state of being. Whether you want to float upward in a horizontal or vertical position inside the protective shields of the balloon is up to you. But let it carry you upward easily and naturally. After you float up a short distance, stop and observe. Perceive what is around you. Float downwards, back to where you began. Repeat this 4 more times, floating up to a higher point each time, always observing and perceiving. At the end of the exercise, come back to where you began and let your reball move inward, reabsorbing back into yourself. Okay, free movement exercise, or to leave your physical body. So that would be also considered astral projection, right? Create your reball, your resonant energy balloon, while in focus 10. Then practice with the following exercises. 1. Rolling out like a log, rolling in water, going up like a stiff pole. 3. Backing away from body. 4. Going out the head like a gas. 5. Floating up above the physical body. And then reabsorb your reball when finished. Interesting. To make desired pattern changes in your life, go to Focus 12 and visualize. Think about and experience the following. Think of and build carefully in your mind the pattern or position you desire. Release such, though, pattern and move it strongly out into all areas of your expanded awareness. Let it flow into the farthest points of such awareness. It will begin immediately to form and develop and will continue to do so until it is a complete reality, provided such pattern is constructive and beneficial to the purpose of the total selves within such pattern or position. For energy balance, go to Focus 10 and use bright purple healing energy from your EBT on your LBM and your EBM, your energy bar tool on your light body map and your energy, what is it? What is EBM again? Now, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Energy balance map, energy body map. For healing, cleansing, recharging. After doing this, take your problems out of your repository box about which you can do something. Cleanse away any negative emotional energy from them by applying soothing, cool energy from your EBT. To conclude each exercise, take problems out of repository box. Now, when you do the guided meditation, it tells you to put your problems in a box and to set it, and to lock it up, lock it away, to sort of, take outside stresses of your mind off so that you can get completely relaxed. So at the end of each exercise, take your problems out of the repository box, cleanse them all of excess and harmful emotional charge by using the calming, cleansing green energy from your EBT. Count back to C1, consciousness 1. Sit up, stretch your arms and legs, breathe deeply several times, and then slowly get up. Then immediately write down your experiences in this workbook. And at the end of the workbook, it has a little form that you can fill out. If you want to actually try to do this stuff and keep track of it, you can. Okay, so this is again the resonant breathing exercise. Breathe in the clean energy, and then you swirl the energy around in your head, and then you exhale the used up energy out of your feet. And then as you keep breathing in your energy, you keep breathing in more of that healing white energy, and you just keep swirling it around, breathing it in and breathing it out into your resonant energy balloon, filling it up, making it lighter and lighter until it can lift you up easily. Okay, daily tools for use in your physical waking life. To go into normal, natural, restful sleep, lie down in a comfortable position, breathe deeply 5 times, and count from 1 to 20. Before you reach the count of 20, you will go into a normal, restful sleep. To remember any part of your life experience, close your eyes and touch softly the fingers of your right hand to the center of your forehead. When you do this, you recall and remember immediately that which you consciously desire. To your forehead, which makes me think about the thinker. Is he thinking or is he remembering, recalling a life experience? And is that why they changed him? To reduce pain signals, look with your closed eyes at the part of your body which is the source of pain signals. As you look, repeat in your mind the number 55515. When you do these two things, the pain signals will slowly reduce until they are no longer important. That's a weird random number to say, isn't it? I wonder why it's that number. To reduce emotional charge, close your eyes, inhale deeply, hold breath for a moment, then think of the calming, cleansing color green. When you do this, exhale slowly, and the green energy will push all excess and harmful emotional charges down through your physical system and through the soles of your feet. To charge the body for great speed and strength, close your eyes, inhale deeply, think of the physical act to be performed and the strong energy of red. As you exhale, open your eyes and perform the act you wish to accomplish. To receive fresh new energy for your total system, close your eyes, extend your physical hands outward, palms up, and inhale deeply and hold your breath for a moment. Think of radiant, pure white energy focused from above and centering down upon the palms of your hands, then flowing up through your arms and spreading throughout your total self. Then exhale. Now think about this. To receive fresh energy for your total system, close your eyes, extend your physical hands outward, palms up. What is that position? Who does that? Interesting, isn't it? You know, one time I had a serious problem with someone, and it was a very difficult situation I was in anyways. I was completely and utterly emotionally drained, and I felt just like I got hit by a truck. And what I did is I laid down and I put my hands up and I started to imagine white light, white energy recharging me. And I did it before I even read this document. And when I read this document and I read that part, I thought, wow, you know, it's something when you do that instinctively. And, you know, people, when they're worshiping God, they put their hands up, outward, palms up, right? Because they say they're receiving the Holy Spirit. So I think that's kind of what this is describing. You're receiving energy from the Creator, because that's where that white healing light comes from. It's coming from the Creator. So you can think about it in, it's just worded in different ways, but to me, this is the same thing. Okay, to balance any part of the body, Close your eyes, inhale deeply, and hold breath for a moment. Think of the healing, cool energy of purple and look with your closed eyes at that part of your body which requires help. Send the flow of purple energy to it, saying in your mind to that part, heal, balance, then exhale and open your eyes. Okay, energy bar tool for the purpose to stimulate and focus non-physical energies. Method. While sitting or lying down, relax thoroughly, perhaps counting to 10 slowly in order to reach focus 10. Then, no matter how vague it seems, your EBT, your energy bar tool, from wherever you keep it, hold it close, and then tell yourself on. With this command, the bar lights up and becomes thicker in your hands. When you say off, the light goes off and the bar becomes thinner. Do this very slowly for a while. The tool probably should have a shape that makes it easy to hold. Some see it as a magic wand, others as a fluorescent tube, still others as the tool out of Star Wars, right? Like a lightsaber. It's a light sword. Whatever shape appeals to you is best. So basically, it's like, I mean, you've probably heard me use this term before. When I say I'll pull out my light sword and I'll cut your demon head off, this is the same type of thing. It's your energy bar tool. It's your focused, and this is all things that you're imagining in your mind. You're envisaging this energy in your mind. You're manipulating this energy with your consciousness. After turning it on and off slowly, say once every second or two with intense concentration. Begin to speed it up slowly. If you find yourself breathing in time with the ons and offs, consciously disassociate the breathing from it. Also disassociate the words on and off from the process. Speed it up even more. Hold the intense concentration. You will notice a subtle or not so subtle sensation in the solar plexus area, pulsing in time with the ons and offs. When you can hold the concentration on the EBT's ons and offs enough to speed them up even more, up to a slow stroboscopic speed, do so. Later, take it up to a faster stroboscopic speed, but make sure you are definitely turning the EBT on and off and that the sensation in the solar plexus, or perhaps all over the body, is in time with the ons and offs. And this just made me think about when I was reading this. The chakras, again, that I was talking about before, right? Okay, the solar, because this talks about the solar plexus. The solar plexus is associated with the element of fire. And that is, hold on one sec. It's associated with energy and vitality, willpower, desire, personal authority. Okay, desire, power, personal authority, inner strength, self-control. That's what the solar plexus chakra is associated with. Okay, so that's why it's associating your EBT tool that you envision in your mind with your solar plexus. Eventually, you can get the ons and offs going so fast that the bar appears to be on continuously, and the sensation in the solar plexus is one of exciting, charged electrical warmth. The whole body feels more energized. This may be a subtle feeling at first or quite strong. Achieving and maintaining this feeling while holding on to the EBT is objective. After this exercise becomes easier and more familiar, you will notice that when you first grasp the EBT, it will begin to charge itself and you along with it. So, this is something that as you practice this visualization, it just becomes, stronger and stronger. It's just like anything else. Once your EBT is charged, you can go to the light body map, the energy body map exercises, or you can play with the various uses of the EBT itself. For instance, you can make it into a large tube, place one end of it at your own center of consciousness, and that may not be at the forehead. Okay, and we've talked about this. Your consciousness isn't necessarily held in your brain. And stretch out the other end until it is near a person you are thinking of. Then let the energy from the far end of your EBT flow through the bar and into your conscious awareness. With practice, this becomes an excellent method for distant viewing and for sending messages to another person. You can also place one end of your EBT inside your security repository box. Visualize or think of the bar tuffing all of the energy held inside the box. Then let the energy flow outside of the box and into your EBT. Then move away from the security repository box and point the other end of the EBT out and away from you, letting the energy in has just absorbed flow out and away. Letting the energy it has just absorbed flow out and away. Okay. So that's basically like having the energy bar tool take the negative energy out from your repository box, which is where you place your problems, and having it go out and away. Later on, you will find many uses for your EBT. It becomes a multi-purpose tool. When you have completed an exercise with your EBT, put it back in the place where you always keep it so that later you will find it waiting ready to be charged. Okay, living body map. Purpose: 1, to locate areas of imbalance in the physical body. 2, to provide a channel for focusing energies onto specific areas of the physical body in order to balance and strengthen them. 3, to provide a channel for focusing energy on the whole physical body in order to charge it, give it energy, increase its vibration while increasing the muscular relaxation. First method. Go to Focus 10 and charge the EBT. From an area in back of you in Focus 10 where you have stored it, take out a two-dimensional silhouette of your body, a silhouette that looks like a paper cutout. Place your physical body behind the cutout and look at it from the front. The cutout or silhouette is white. Your physical body is emitting a great deal of light that shines through the silhouette, making it glow and sparkle. But you may notice areas within the silhouette that are dim or flickering. These are areas of imbalance and or weakness. Take your EBT and aim green energy at the area in order to balance the energies. Then aim an ultraviolet type of purple at the area in order to add high energy, strengthening energy to the area. If the image or thought of the silhouette, the LBM, is not clear enough to perceive any dim or flickering areas, aim the green and then the purple energies at areas you know you are weak and not in balance. When you have completed this exercise with the white silhouette or map, turn the map red. Now the energy from your physical body will make the map a very bright glowing red. Again, look for dim, flickering spots. If you see any, you will know that there is an imbalance or weakness in the circulation system in that area of your physical body. Rebalance them with the green energy and charge them with the purple energy from the EBT. If you know of any difficulties within the circulation system, then you can balance and charge those areas of the map. Then, in order to look at the nervous system, turn the silhouette blue. For the muscle and bone structures, turn it orange. And for those organs and glandular systems, turn it yellow. White is a composite of all the systems in the body. When you have completed this, turn the silhouette back to white and charge the bright white silhouette with the purple charging energy in order to raise the vibration of the whole body. Notice the silhouette becoming brighter and whiter under the purple ray. When this process becomes clear and effective, this may take some time. You may want to put a friend's body behind a silhouette of it and complete this exercise. Of course, you should ask his or her permission to do so first. That is sort of with any sort of energetic connection or healing. There has to be an agreed upon connection between the two consciousnesses beforehand. Second method, go to Focus 10 and charge the EBT. Now, instead of locating a paper cutout silhouette, find a translucent movie screen that you store in Focus 10. You can unroll it from the ceiling or have it permanently set up in an area of Focus 10 or whatever you like to do to generate this image or thought. The screen is white. Place your body in a standing position behind the screen. Then have it walk right up to the screen while you watch it from the front. Your body is emitting a great deal of light that shows up as bright, sharp, two-dimensional silhouette on the screen. From there on, the exercise is the same as the first method, turning the screen red, blue, yellow, orange, and then white. The third method. Instead of imagining or thinking of your body behind a silhouette or screen, you may want to make your body into a three-dimensional statue made of some translucent material. It helps a great deal to look at your body in a mirror first in order to hold a sharp image or thought of it. Make the translucent statue glow a bright white similar to a phosphorescent statue in a dark room. Then move all around it, looking for the dim and flickering spots. Use the EBT green and purple energies to balance and charge those areas. Also charge those areas you know you are weak or in balance. Then turn the statue a bright glowing red, and so on through the exercise. In Focus 10, you often find yourself being in the statue and outside it at the same time. You may find this dual location facilitates the exercise. In all three methods, when you charge the white image or thought with purple energy at the end of the exercise, you should feel your... Okay, it's sort of messed up here, so I'm going to try to read it. You should feel your physical body becoming more charged. You should feel your own physical body becoming more charged. That's what it says. Sorry about that. Or more vibrant. Okay, emotional body map. That's what EBM stands for. Emotional body map. The purpose: to provide a channel for focusing energy on the whole emotional structure in order to cleanse it and strengthen it. First method. Complete the first method of the LBM exercise. Place the LBM silhouette back wherever you store it in Focus 10. Behind the LBM silhouette is the EBM silhouette cutout of material finer and thinner than the LBM. It is a cutout silhouette of your emotional body. If no image comes to you of what shape your emotional body is, start with the image of your physical body, realizing that in time this shape may evolve into quite a different form. It may not. Now place this EBM over your emotional body, or if you prefer, place it over your physical body with the understanding that the EBM, the silhouette, is glowing from emotional energy coming from your body. Look for the dim and flickering spots, balance and strengthen them with the green and purple EBT energies. Then cleanse and strengthen the whole emotional system by sweeping the map slowly from head to foot with the high energy purple light from the EBT. When the silhouette is much brighter and much cleaner, turn the EBT off and store the emotional body map back behind the LBM. Second method. Complete the second method of the LBM exercise. Pull down or use a second translucent movie screen behind the LBM. This screen is finer and thinner than the LBM screen. Place the emotional body behind the screen. Now look at the screen from the front in order to see the sharp, bright, two-dimensional silhouette made from the glowing emotional energies of the emotional body. Complete the exercise as in the first method. For the third method, complete the third method of the LBM exercise. Now go behind the LBM statue some distance and notice that a second statue lights up. This statue may be made of a finer and even more translucent substance. It is your emotional body system. Look for the dim, flickering spots in the glowing statue. Balance and strengthen them with the green and purple EBT energies, then cleanse and strengthen the whole emotional system by sweeping the statue slowly from head to foot with the high energy purple light from the EBT. When the statue is much cleaner and much brighter, turn the EBT off and walk away from the emotional body and living body statues. Resonant energy balloon. And the purpose of this balloon: 1, to provide a protective shield, a protective field. 2, to provide a vehicle for traveling into expanded perceptual fields or foci. 3, to encourage, by resonance, the non-physical vibrations. Okay, excuse me, I had to drink some water. Method: lie down and go into a deep focus 10. Charge the EBT, balance and strengthen and charge the physical and emotional body maps if needed. Become extremely relaxed in focus 10 and then reach back in your physical body for only those muscles needed to create the resonant energy balloon. Inhale deeply at a relaxed pace while visualizing, thinking, feeling new and fresh energy coming up from the feet and hands through the whole body into the head. Do not inhale so deeply that it strains the body. Hold your breath for a fairly long but comfortable period. Then exhale through your mouth, pursing your mouth together as if you were blowing out a candle. Exhale easily and comfortably. And as you exhale, feel the energy going back down to your toes. Notice that it swirls down. Now take 2 or 3 shallow but comfortable breaths. Again, inhale, feeling the energy moving up, all the way up into the head from all parts of the body. Hold the breath for a comfortable period of time, and then exhale, visualizing, thinking, feeling the energy swirl down to the toes. Exhale as if you were blowing out a candle. Again, take 2 or 3 easy and shallow breaths. As you keep repeating this process, you notice that the swirling energy not only moves down through the body, but it begins to form an egg-shaped energy field around you. When it becomes even rounder until it forms a solid sphere of very bright, very light-filled energy around you, a very bright field of energy. At first, the perception of this may be quite subtle. Non-visualizers may feel the energy field as being similar to the feeling of being in a strong field of static electricity. Also, in the beginning, it helps to keep the perception of the energy field around you during all parts of the breathing process. Make sure you also perceive it behind you as well as in front. So this goes along with that clock positioning thing exercise. It's trying to get you to think in a 3-dimensional, spatially expanded way, if that makes sense. They want you to think in at least 3 dimensions or more. When the sphere has formed from the energy swirling down, visualize, think, and feel during the inhale that energy is coming in from your right and meeting the energy field around you. Hold your breath, and then as you exhale, blowing out the candle, visualize, think, and feel the energy going to your left and mixing in with your sphere of energy, swirling it in that direction also. Faster and faster the swirling becomes, and brighter and lighter the energy field becomes until it is a very bright, very light balloon all around you. It may be quite large. It does not have to have an outer membrane such as a balloon does, for this is a field of energy, your field. But it does float up like a balloon carrying you inside of it. So it is your toroidal field of energy that they're having you visualize, which you do have as measurable by sensitive scientific instruments. When the balloon has become very light, let it carry you upward. You should not have to strain for this sensation, nor do you have to think of it as taking you upward in this physical matter reality. It should take you upward naturally into a lighter, expanded state of being. Whether you want to float upward in a horizontal or vertical position inside of the balloon is up to you. So you can be standing up or laying down or however you are comfortable inside of your balloon. But let it carry you upward easily and naturally. At times it can go very fast. It will carry you to focus 12 and eventually to focus 15. In focus 12 and focus 15, you may lose perception of the balloon unless you need its protection, and you will use it to return to focus 10, for you can make it float downward, returning you to this physical matter reality. Once you are in focus 10, reabsorb the energy of the balloon because it is your energy. For most, control over this exercise does not come within a day or a week. However, if you practice it at least twice a day, you will soon find that the resonant energy balloon becomes a powerful tool for reaching expanded states of perception. Okay, continuing from the Monroe Institute of Applied Science. Now in Focus 10, you are learning even greater ways to develop and control your physical self through the application of your total being. These will be available for your constructive use from this moment on. You will be able to use them whenever, wherever you so desire. To reduce emotional pressure throughout your total system, close your eyes, inhale deeply, hold your breath for a moment, then think of the calming, cleansing color of green. When you do this, exhale your breath slowly and calming, cleansing green, your energy, you will slowly and surely push all excess and harmful emotional charges down through your physical body and out through the soles of your feet, leaving your entire system, your entire self, calm and confident, strong and serene. 2. To charge your physical body for an act of great speed and great strength, all with smooth coordination, close your eyes, inhale deeply, hold your breath, then think of the physical act to be performed, and then the strong color energy of red. When you exhale your breath and open your eyes, you will be able immediately to perform the physical act you have pictured with far greater strength, much more rapidly, and with smooth total coordination of your physical body. 3. To receive, convert, and store new fresh energy for your total system, close your eyes, extend your hands outward, palms up, then inhale deeply and hold your breath for a moment. In that moment, think of radiant, pure, white energy focused from above and centering down on the palms of your hands and then flowing up through your arms and spreading through your total self, refreshing, invigorating, and satisfying. When you exhale and open your eyes, you will feel refreshed and rejuvenated. You will no longer feel hunger for physical food because your need has been satisfied. Sounds like a good thing to do when you're fasting. I'm going to try that. All right, number 4. To bring any part of your physical body to a normal, healthy, balanced operating condition, close your eyes, inhale deeply, and hold your breath for a moment. During that moment, think of the healing, cool energy of purple. Look with your closed eyes at that part of your physical body that requires help and send the flow of purple energy to it. Send the flow of purple energy to it. Send it to it, saying in your mind, heal, balance. Then exhale and open your eyes. When you do this, that part of your physical body will begin immediately to restore and rebalance into a normal, healthy operating condition more rapidly and completely than ever before. Also, any foreign substance in that part of the body which may hinder or prevent its normal function will be processed and eliminated through normal body channels. Now, in Focus 12, you're going to learn a way to establish new patterns and positions in your coming life activities. Whenever you desire to set such new patterns and positions in your coming life, all you need to do while in Focus 12 is think of the pattern or position you desire. Build it carefully in your mind and release such thought pattern in your mind and move it strongly out in all areas of your expanded awareness. Let it flow into the farthest points of such awareness. When you do this, the pattern or position that you have thought, that you have created, will begin immediately to form and develop. It will continue to do so until it is a complete reality, provided such pattern is constructive and beneficial to the purpose of the total selves within such pattern or position. The more you consciously perform and use the methods listed above, the easier and more effective they will become. So this is the form that they have at the end for the suggested personal record. And back to the first affirmation, which is the last page of the document. And I will say it one more time because it's a really good affirmation and it's powerful. Say in your mind, say to yourself, I am more than my physical body. Because I am more than my physical matter, I can perceive that which is greater than the physical world. Therefore, in these exercises, I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know, to understand, to control, to use such greater energies and energy systems as may be beneficial and constructive to me and to those who follow me. Also, during these exercises, I deeply desire, with the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience is equal or greater than my own. I ask their guidance and protection from any influence or any source that might provide me with less than my stated desires. I now protect myself as may be needed from such influence and reject any source that may restrain me from my stated desires. And that is the end of the document. And I hope that you all enjoyed that. And I hope it gives you something positive to think about. It gives you something to focus on, to meditate on, to visualize these energies, to replenish your own energy, to heal your body, to balance yourself, balance your energy, and to make yourself at peace and to live without fear, because that's what we all need. We need to live without fear and to know that the earth provides, the creator provides. And this is one way in which we can benefit from that. So that is it. Have a good evening. I will see you all tomorrow.